A very good morning from Puerto Peñasco, Sonora, or as Americans call it, Rocky Point. Today we're traveling out to Tijuana with a stopover in Mexicali, as, other than late at night, there are no direct bus services between these two cities. The first leg of our journey will be done on ABC or Autobuses, Baja, California. We arrive at a bright and early 6:30 a.m. at the bus station, before its opening time of 7 o'clock, giving us more than enough time before our 8 a.m. departure this morning. The bus station here in Puerto Peñasco is not much to write home about, just a small waiting area with a ticket counter and a few bathrooms. At 7 o'clock, we are allowed inside the building. A bus then arrives following a long overnight trip. We see it park here. With 10 minutes to go, our bus backs out of its parking spot and pulls up right next to the building. Our bus is Unit 4006. My seat for today is number 5, a window seat located on the left side of the bus. Boarding occurs quickly, and we're soon on our way. As we turn west, let's take a look at today's route map. Today's route will take us 5 hours and 44 minutes to traverse 209 miles or 327 kilometers. That's at an average speed of 36 miles an hour or 58 kilometers an hour. Our route will take us out of Puerto Peñasco heading northwest into the Sonoran Desert, distantly hugging the ghost of the Gulf of California for most of the way. We will then make a scheduled stop in the small town of Golfo de Santa Clara before continuing north. We will then cross a bunch of small towns and fields for a few more hours until reaching the city of San Luis Rio Colorado on the US-Mexico border. We'll make a scheduled stop and then depart heading west, running parallel to the border for a little bit. After an hour and 30 minutes of crossing fields and small towns, we will arrive in Mexicali. Let's take a look at ABC's product and service. Directly in front of you, there is an entertainment screen where you can watch movies, shows, and play games. Unfortunately, throughout the entirety of the trip, the screen just didn't work. In front of you, there is a full-length footrest, which allows you to rest your feet very comfortably. Directly above you are the reading lights and the air vents. The air vents worked perfectly fine, but the reading lights didn't. In between every seat, there is a power outlet. Unfortunately, this also didn't work. Eventually, we arrive in Golfo de Santa Clara. We make our scheduled stop next to this little square. We're here for 10 minutes as passengers get on and get off. Soon enough, we're on our way. It is at this point that I fall fast asleep. When I wake up, about 40 minutes later, we are pulling into a National Guard checkpoint. I wasn't allowed to film, but this is what happened. A National Guard officer boards the bus and instructs all able-bodied persons to get off the bus and grab their luggage. He also instructs all elderly and disabled persons to remain on the bus. We get off the bus and unload our luggage. We then bring it over to a table where 4 National Guard officers are carrying out the inspections. We are questioned as our bags are inspected. Once the inspections are done, we are allowed back on the bus. The recline of these seats is quite substantial. In fact, when paired with the footrest, it creates a sort of semi-bed, which is very comfortable to sleep in, necessary considering the long routes these buses often operate. Soon, we are pulling into San Luis Rio Colorado. We're only here briefly. We are soon on our way. Even when the seat in front of you is reclined, there is still quite a bit of legroom. Soon, we arrive in Mexicali, and we're greeted to a traffic jam caused by a Ferromex manifest train doing shunting at the local yard. But our bus driver wasn't having it. He fights his way out of the traffic jam and backtracks in order to get on the bridge, avoiding all the traffic. Finally, we arrive at Mexicali's Central Bus Terminal. Overall, a good experience from ABC, except for all the things that didn't work, but a good experience nonetheless. Mexicali's bus terminal is nice and clean, and there's a good amount of seating. The design allows for tons of natural light to come in from the outside, allowing for a nice, bright ambiance. However, the food options are limited, only a Burger King and a convenience store. Today, I went with the Whopper. We're only in Mexicali for about 25 minutes as we purchase tickets with another operator to continue our journey. The operator on this last leg will be Aguacaliente Select. I was unable to film the boarding process, but I did manage to take these pictures. Now, it was during the boarding process that our bus driver did something unacceptable. For some reason, as we were boarding, he decided to curse at us. I won't repeat what was said, but let's just say it was not family friendly. It's quite a rare occurrence, honestly, as I've never had this happen on any trip. Soon, though, we were on our way. Let's take a look at the route map for this last leg. Today's route will take us 3 hours and 2 minutes to traverse 105 miles or 169 kilometers. That's at an average speed of 52 miles an hour or 84 kilometers an hour. Our route will take us out of Mexicali, following Mexican Federal Highway 2D and into the plains of the Sonoran Desert. We will then approach the peninsular mountain ranges and the road's elevation will start changing. We will then arrive at a place called La Rumorosa where the road winds and curves uphill, reaching elevations of up to 1,300 meters or 4,300 feet. The road then straightens out as we finish crossing the mountains and head to the western part of Baja California, passing Tecate in the process. We will finally arrive in Tijuana and navigate urban city streets to arrive at the bus terminal. Above every seat is a reading light and an air vent. Again, the reading lights didn't work, but the air vents did. In front of every seat is a personal entertainment screen, which is bigger and brighter than ABC's. Also, unlike ABC's, these actually worked. Next to the screen is a coat hook. Legroom is also pretty good, although my camera got in the way again. There's also a pouch for storing minor items like a water bottle and a footrest, which I found to be perfectly comfortable. To my right there was a cup holder, which was a bit filthy. Yeah, that might be a little bit of an understatement. And a lever to recline my seat. In between the seats there was a power outlet, which again, unlike ABC, actually worked. Also notice the handle to pull out the full-length footrest. You can see the footrest deployed here. There was also a headrest with adjustable flaps. Just before reaching the mountains, we arrived at yet another checkpoint. We got off the bus, had our bags checked, and got back on. In no time, we had reached La Rumorosa. Anglicized as the Rumorous, the reason for its strange name is due to the fact that it's one of the most dangerous roads in the country. Due to its tight curves and its high elevation, there have been many accidents over the years, often resulting in vehicles falling hundreds or thousands of feet off the roads. This road is also an important link between Mexicali and Tijuana, the state's two largest cities, and serves to connect both sides of the state as the mountains essentially divide it and there are no other roads. Realizing this, in 1998, the Mexican government opened this 4-lane highway, replacing the old route. Today, while it is safer than ever, accidents still happen, and it's still one of the most challenging roads in the country. But I gotta say, the views are quite beautiful.
Evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here.
Soon we were over the mountains. Among other things, the entertainment system features a browsing feature, although it didn't work. Passing Tecate, the US-Mexico border wall becomes clearly visible across this mountainous stretch. Soon, we arrived into the traffic-filled streets of Tijuana. Overall, an okay-ish experience on Aguacaliente Select. The working amenities were definitely a welcome sign, but the driver's unprofessional attitude really gave a bad tone to the trip. It just goes to show that with some operators, the hard product, being the seat, can be wonderful, but the soft product, being the human interactions and service, can be not so wonderful. I really hope this isn't indicative of the average experience one will have, and to be honest, I doubt it is. Thankfully, after a long day and over 300 miles of travel, we were finally pulling into Tijuana's central bus terminal. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I would like to ask you to subscribe to the channel as we are almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you like this kind of video, I have one more trip report coming up. I'll be flying with Viva Autobus on their Airbus A321neo. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you down the line.